Imagine if I told you that you could wake up tomorrow morning with your muscles actually stronger, more recovered, and more ready to perform. And all you had to do was take 2 simple vitamins before bed. Now let me introduce myself. My name is Robert. I am 67 years old, retired from teaching history, and these days my favorite job is being a grandfather. I love walking my dog every morning. I love taking my grandchildren to the park. I enjoy playing a round of golf with friends or planting flowers with my wife in the backyard. But here is the honest truth. My body does not recover the way it once did. A long day of gardening can leave my lower back stiff. Carrying bags of groceries can make my shoulders sore for 2 or 3 days. Even a short hike that used to feel refreshing now feels like hard work the next morning. If you are over 60 like me, you know exactly what I am talking about. The spirit feels young, but the body is slower to bounce back. We want energy to enjoy life, to keep moving, and to stay strong. Yet our muscles whisper, "Take it easy." So when I heard about 2 simple vitamins that could quietly work while I sleep, I paid attention. Not another expensive powder, not a complicated health trend. Just 2 nutrients that give the body what it already knows how to do, repair itself during rest. And here is what surprised me. It is not magnesium, the supplement everyone talks about. Forget magnesium for a moment. What I want to share tonight is different. These are 2 vitamins far more powerful when it comes to rebuilding muscle tissue, reducing soreness, and giving us the kind of recovery that most people chase but rarely find. The best part? It is not about spending more time at the gym. It is not about chasing exotic supplements. It is about giving your body the right materials at the right time. That time is during deep restorative sleep. Maybe you have been wondering, like I once did, why your legs ache for days after a walk. Why your recovery feels slower than it should. Why you cannot seem to build strength, even though you are eating well and staying active. This is the video you have been waiting for. Because when you learn about these 2 vitamins, you will finally understand how to unlock recovery almost on autopilot, literally overnight. Before I reveal them, let us step back and ask a simple question. Why is nighttime so important for rebuilding muscle? Most people believe muscles grow during exercise. That is not true. What happens during exercise is breakdown. Every squat, every push, every lift or stretch creates tiny tears in the muscle fibers. That stress is a signal. It tells the body, we need to adapt. We need to come back stronger. But the actual growth, the real strengthening, happens later. It happens when you rest. It happens most of all when you sleep. Sleep is the body's anabolic window. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone. Testosterone levels settle into balance. Cortisol, the stress hormone, drops. And nutrients flow into your muscles to repair those tiny tears. This is the phase where recovery either succeeds or fails. If you enter that window without the right fuel, you leave potential strength behind. If you enter it with the right vitamins, you give your body the exact tools it needs to repair, restore, and build. I used to think supplements were just hype. A billion-dollar market full of bottles and promises. And to be honest, many products are just that, noise. Magnesium is often pushed. Yes, it can help relaxation. Yes, it may support better sleep quality. But if your goal is to repair muscles overnight, magnesium alone is not the answer. What you truly need are the building blocks and activators that drive protein synthesis, rebuild connective tissue, and keep your hormones in balance while you sleep. That is where vitamin D and vitamin C come in. 2 vitamins that are not flashy. 2 vitamins most of us have heard about for years. But taken at the right time, before bed, they become a powerful duo. Vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin, acts more like a hormone. It supports muscle protein synthesis and even helps regulate testosterone. Studies show that people with healthy vitamin D levels recover faster and feel less soreness. At night, when your body is already in repair mode, vitamin D multiplies that effect. Vitamin C, the vitamin we usually connect with colds, is just as critical. It is required for collagen production. Collagen is the tissue that holds muscles, tendons, and ligaments together. Without strong collagen, recovery slows. And as an antioxidant, vitamin C clears the free radicals that build up after activity. Taken before bed, it puts out the fire of inflammation and sets the stage for fresh energy by morning. Together, vitamin D and vitamin C create synergy. One builds stronger fibers. The other repairs the structure around them. One sets the stage with hormones and minerals. The other clears the damage and lays down connective tissue. So let me ask you, what if tomorrow morning you woke up less sore, more energized, and ready to move again? Not because of a new workout, not because of an expensive powder, but because 2 simple vitamins worked quietly overnight. That is what I mean by recovery on autopilot. That is why tonight I want to walk you through exactly how vitamin D and vitamin C can change the way your body heals itself. Because recovery is not just about lifting more weights. For us, at this stage in life, recovery means enjoying the simple moments. It means bending down to pick up your grandchild without pain. It means standing up after kneeling in the garden without groaning. It means walking into the kitchen in the morning with energy, not stiffness. This is why these 2 vitamins matter. And this is why timing, taking them before bed, makes all the difference. The truth about recovery. Now let us slow down for a moment and talk about something most people never really think about. Where do muscles actually grow? Most folks would say, in the gym, when I am lifting weights. But here is the truth. Muscles do not grow while you are lifting. They grow later when you rest. And most of all, they grow while you are asleep. Think about it this way. When you exercise, when you mow the lawn, or even when you spend an afternoon planting tomatoes in the garden, you are creating tiny tears in your muscles. These are not dangerous tears. They are the signal your body uses to say, we need to come back stronger. It is like what happens after a storm passes through a small town. The storm shakes fences, breaks branches, and leaves a mess behind. That is exercise. But the rebuilding, the repairing, the strengthening, that does not happen during the storm. It happens when the workers come afterward with tools and fresh wood. Your body works the same way. Exercise is the storm. Sleep is when the workers arrive. When you enter deep sleep, something powerful happens inside your body. Growth hormone is released. Testosterone levels find their balance. Cortisol, that stress hormone that keeps you tense, begins to drop. Your body becomes a construction site focused only on repair. This period of the night is what scientists call the anabolic window. It is the time when your body shifts from breaking down to building up. Every muscle fiber you stressed during the day, every step you took that made your legs sore, every stretch in your back after working in the yard, this is the time when it gets rebuilt. Now here is the challenge for many of us as we grow older. That recovery window is still there, but it is not as strong as it was when we were 20 or 30. We do not sleep as deeply. We wake up more often. Our bodies do not release as much growth hormone as before. That is why so many older adults say, I just cannot bounce back the way I used to. A walk that used to feel refreshing now leaves the knees stiff. A few hours of gardening can bring soreness that lingers for 2 or even 3 days. The body still wants to repair, but it does not always have the tools it needs. And that is where nutrition becomes so important. It is not just about eating enough protein or drinking water. It is about giving your body the exact materials it can use during the night. Imagine trying to rebuild that fence after a storm. If you do not have wood, nails, and a hammer, you cannot finish the job. In the same way, if your body does not have the right vitamins and nutrients in your system at night, recovery will be slow. This is why people spend so much money on supplements. They are looking for shortcuts to faster recovery. You have probably heard friends talk about magnesium, melatonin, or fancy powders that cost more than a good dinner. And yes, some of those can help a little. Magnesium may help you relax. Melatonin may help you fall asleep. But here's the simple truth. Relaxation is not the same thing as repair. Relaxation lets you drift off. Repair is what brings you back stronger. That is why we are talking about two specific vitamins. Two vitamins that act as real building blocks during sleep. Two vitamins that do not just help you feel calm, but actually get inside your muscles and joints to do the hard work of rebuilding. They are vitamin D and vitamin C. Think of vitamin D as the foundation. It strengthens the structure of your muscles and bones. Think of vitamin C as the glue and polish. It repairs the connections, the tendons, and keeps inflammation under control. Together, they work like a skilled team of builders arriving at your house every night. One brings the lumber and the framework. The other brings the nails, the paint, and the cleanup crew. And here is the part most people never realize. Timing matters. If those workers show up in the morning after the rebuilding phase has already passed, they cannot do much. But if they arrive right when the storm clears, right at night, when your body is entering deep sleep, they can get everything done.
So when you think about recovery, do not picture yourself lifting a dumbbell or riding a bike. Picture yourself sleeping. Picture the quiet hours when your body is flooded with healing signals. That is the true place where strength is born. And if you are over 60, this becomes even more important. Because recovery is not just about looking strong. It is about waking up able to bend down and tie your shoes without pain. It is about walking into the park without your knees aching. It is about keeping the freedom to play with your grandchildren, to travel, to enjoy each new day. That freedom depends on how well your body repairs itself while you sleep. And the two best tools for that repair are waiting for you: vitamin D and vitamin C. Vitamin D, the silent hormone. Now let us talk about the first vitamin in this powerful duo. Vitamin D. Most people know it as the sunshine vitamin. But the truth is, vitamin D is not just a vitamin. It acts more like a hormone. And it may be the missing link for many of us who feel slow to recover. When I was younger, I spent a lot of time outside. I worked in the yard. I took long bike rides. I hardly thought about vitamin D, because the sun gave me plenty. But as the years passed, my lifestyle changed. I spent more time indoors. When I went outside, I wore sunscreen to protect my skin. Winters were long. Days were shorter. And little by little, my vitamin D levels dropped without me even noticing. This is a common story across America. Even in sunny states like Florida or Texas, older adults are often deficient in vitamin D. Why? Because we simply do not spend as much time outdoors as we did in our younger years. We protect our skin. We stay in air-conditioned homes. And our bodies naturally become less efficient at producing vitamin D as we age. Now, why does this matter for muscle recovery? Because vitamin D is directly tied to muscle strength, protein synthesis, and hormone balance. If you are low on vitamin D, your body cannot fully rebuild the muscles you work during the day. You might eat enough protein. You might stretch and stay active. But without vitamin D, the process is incomplete. Think of it like baking bread. You can have flour, yeast, water, and sugar. But if you do not have heat, the bread never rises. Vitamin D is that heat. It makes the process work. Here is what happens at night. While you sleep, your body is already in repair mode. Growth hormone is being released. Muscle fibers are being patched. If vitamin D is present, it amplifies the effect. It helps your body absorb calcium and phosphorus, two minerals critical for muscle contraction and repair. It activates genes inside your muscle cells that say, build, grow, strengthen. It even supports testosterone production, which is vital for maintaining muscle mass and energy, especially as we get older. Without enough vitamin D, you are like a builder with no blueprint. The workers are ready, the tools are there, but the instructions are missing. Recovery slows down. Muscles stay sore longer. And progress feels out of reach. Now, here is something I did not know until I looked deeper. Vitamin D deficiency is widespread. It is not rare. It is not just a problem for people living in Alaska or the northern states. Even people living in Arizona can be deficient if they spend most of their time indoors. Even people who golf often may not absorb enough if they wear sunscreen. And people with darker skin naturally filter more UV rays, which makes vitamin D production even harder. So the question is not, am I deficient? The better question is, how deficient might I be? When I started supplementing with vitamin D, the difference was not dramatic overnight. It was subtle. But after a few weeks, I noticed that my morning walks felt lighter. My legs did not ache as long. The soreness in my shoulders after carrying my grandson faded faster. I felt steadier on my feet. It was as if my body finally had the blueprint it had been missing. Now you may be asking, why take vitamin D at night? Most people think of supplements as a morning routine. But remember, your body does its deepest repair while you sleep. That is when the builders arrive. By taking vitamin D in the evening, you give those builders the exact instructions and materials they need right on time. It is like leaving the blueprint and tools out on the table before the workers show up in the morning. Except in this case, the workers are your own muscle cells. And the morning is your deep sleep. Some folks worry about food sources. Yes, you can get vitamin D from fatty fish like salmon, from egg yolks, or from fortified milk. But the reality is, most Americans still fall short. The demands of recovery, especially if you are active, are higher than what diet alone usually provides. That is why supplementation makes sense, especially in older age. The key is not to see vitamin D as a miracle pill. It is not about taking a capsule and waking up transformed the next day. It is about consistency. Taking it regularly, making it part of your nightly rhythm, so your body has what it needs night after night. Think of it like watering a garden. One watering does not change much. But watering consistently, day after day, gives you strong, healthy plants. Vitamin D works the same way. Slowly, steadily, powerfully. When paired with vitamin C, which we will talk about next, the results become even stronger. Vitamin D lays the foundation for muscle growth. Vitamin C repairs the connective tissue that holds everything together. One strengthens, the other restores. And together, they create the environment your body needs to recover like it used to. So as you think about your own routine tonight, ask yourself, am I giving my body the blueprint it needs to rebuild? Or am I asking it to repair with no plan, no tools, and no instructions? That is the silent power of vitamin D. It works in the background. It is quiet. It does not make headlines. But it changes everything about how your muscles feel when you wake up. Vitamin C, the repair worker. We have talked about vitamin D as the silent hormone, the builder, the one that lays the foundation. Now let us turn to the second half of this duo. Vitamin C, the repair worker, the firefighter, the glue that holds everything together. Most people think of vitamin C as the vitamin for colds. A glass of orange juice, a handful of berries. That is the picture in our minds. Immune health, runny noses, winter sickness. But vitamin C is much more than that. When it comes to muscle recovery, vitamin C is the unsung hero. Here is why. Every time you move your body, you are not only stressing your muscles. You are also stressing the connective tissue around them, your tendons, your ligaments, the scaffolding that holds everything in place. When you walk up a hill, it is not just your calf muscles working. The tendons in your ankles, the ligaments in your knees, the tissue in your joints, they all carry the load. Now think about what happens if those tissues do not repair properly. You get stiffness. You get soreness. You get aches in your joints. And over time, the risk of injury grows. Vitamin C steps in right here. It is essential for collagen synthesis. Collagen is the strong, flexible material that keeps your tissues connected and resilient. Without enough vitamin C, collagen weakens. Your body cannot fully rebuild those fibers. And you wake up with that familiar stiffness, that tight feeling in your back, or that soreness in your knees. With vitamin C, collagen rebuilds strong and steady. The tissues get repaired. The muscles feel supported. And the body wakes up ready to move again. But that is not all. Vitamin C is also one of the most powerful antioxidants your body has. After activity, whether it is a long walk, a day of gardening, or even lifting something heavy, your muscles produce free radicals. These free radicals are like sparks flying off a campfire. If too many sparks land on the grass, a bigger fire starts. That fire is called oxidative stress. Oxidative stress causes inflammation. Inflammation slows recovery. It keeps muscles sore. It makes joints feel stiff. It drags down your energy. Vitamin C is the firefighter. It comes in and puts out those sparks. It keeps the fire from spreading. It neutralizes oxidative stress so the repair crew can do its job without interference. That is why timing matters again. If you take vitamin C in the morning, yes, it will help your immune system. But the repair window is at night. That is when the free radicals are piling up. That is when your muscles need collagen rebuilt. That is when your body is in its deepest state of healing. Taking vitamin C before bed is like handing the repair workers their tools right before they clock in. By the time you wake up, the job is already done. Let me give you a picture. My neighbor, Mary, is 72. She loves gardening. She spends hours planting, digging, and pulling weeds. But she used to complain every morning about how stiff her back felt. Her knees ached. Sometimes it took her 10 minutes just to stand up straight. She started adding vitamin C to her evening routine. Not just a random orange during the day. A steady, nightly dose before bed. Within a few weeks, she noticed something. She still felt tired after a long day in the garden, of course, that is normal. But the next morning, she could move more easily. Her joints felt smoother. The stiffness was less. She said, "I finally feel like my body is healing while I sleep, not just resting." That is exactly how vitamin C works. It does not give you a sudden burst of energy. It does not feel dramatic. It works quietly. Steadily. Every night, rebuilding collagen. Every night, fighting inflammation. Every night, protecting your tissues. Now, let us not forget about the immune system. Because this is where vitamin C shows its other side. Your white blood cells, the soldiers of your immune system, cannot fight properly without vitamin C. They use it as fuel. Without it, they are weak and slow. With it, they are strong and fast. This matters for recovery too. Because every time you exercise, even lightly, your immune system gets stressed. If your defenses are weak, you get sick more often. A cold here, a sore throat there, a week missed from your usual walks or your yoga class. That stops progress. But with steady vitamin C, your immune system stays sharp. You avoid those setbacks. You keep showing up. And consistency is the real secret to long-term strength. Food sources help, of course. Oranges. Strawberries. Bell peppers. Kale. But just like vitamin D, most people do not get enough from diet alone. Especially if you are active, or if your body needs more recovery support. That is why a nightly supplement makes sense. So let us bring it all together. Vitamin D builds the muscle fibers. Vitamin C repairs the connective tissue. One strengthens from the inside. The other holds everything together on the outside. And both reduce the soreness and stiffness that make mornings harder than they should be. That is why I call vitamin C the repair worker. It does the work you cannot see, but you feel the results when you wake up. Less stiffness. Less soreness. More freedom to move, to walk, to live. The power of timing and immune system. We have looked at vitamin D, the builder. We have looked at vitamin C, the repair worker. Now it is time to talk about something most people never think about. Timing. Because when you take these vitamins is just as important as taking them at all. Your body runs on rhythms. Scientists call them circadian rhythms. But you do not need a science degree to understand it. You feel it every day. In the morning, you wake up alert. Your body is ready for movement, for action, for activity. At night, you feel sleepy, calm, ready for rest. That is your rhythm. Now here is the secret. Morning is a catabolic state. That word sounds fancy, but it simply means breaking down. Your body uses stored energy, breaks down tissues, and prepares you to get through the day. This is why muscles do not grow in the morning. It is a survival mode. Night is the opposite. Night is anabolic. That means building up. During the evening, your stress hormone, cortisol, drops. Your sleep hormone, melatonin, rises. And when you enter deep sleep, growth hormone reaches its peak. This is the signal to rebuild. To repair. To restore. Now think about what happens if you take vitamin D and vitamin C in the morning. Yes, your body will absorb them. Yes, they will provide some benefits. But you will miss the magic window. Because during the day your body is not focused on repair. It is focused on survival, movement, and energy. But if you take them at night, something changes. You hand your body the exact tools it needs right when the repair crew is clocking in. Vitamin D guides protein synthesis, supports hormone balance, and keeps calcium in check. Vitamin C clears oxidative stress, rebuilds collagen, and fuels the immune system. Together, they supercharge the anabolic window. This is why so many athletes focus not only on what they take, but when they take it. Recovery is the real secret to performance. It is not about who works the hardest. It is about who recovers the fastest. If you can recover while others are still sore, you can move again, train again, and progress faster. And you do not need to be a professional athlete to benefit from this. Even if you are walking in the neighborhood, playing pickleball, or practicing yoga, recovery makes the difference between feeling energized or feeling worn out. Let us bring in the immune system, because this is the other half of the story. Think about the last time you caught a cold. Maybe it was just a small bug. But it kept you home for a week. You stopped moving. You lost strength. When you tried to get back to your routine, it felt like starting over. That is the hidden enemy of progress, not the soreness, but the interruptions. Now here is where vitamin D and vitamin C shine even brighter. Vitamin D is the general. It tells the immune system how to respond. It makes white blood cells alert, efficient, and calm. Not too weak, not too aggressive. Just right. Vitamin C is the soldier. It gives white blood cells the energy to chase down and fight invaders. Without vitamin C, they are tired and slow. With it, they are fast and strong. Together, vitamin D and vitamin C form a smart defense. One directs the strategy. The other fights the battles. And when your immune system is strong, you avoid those long interruptions. You stay consistent. And consistency, not intensity, is what truly brings results over time. Let us talk about inflammation, because this is another piece of the puzzle. After any physical activity, your body produces inflammation. It is a natural part of healing. But too much inflammation slows recovery and makes joints ache. Vitamin C steps in to cool the fire. Vitamin D keeps the immune response balanced, so it repairs without overreacting. Together, they leave you with less stiffness and more freedom to move. Now imagine this in your own life. You go for a walk in the evening. You play with your grandchildren in the yard. Normally, the next morning you would wake up stiff, joints sore, muscles tight. But with vitamin D and vitamin C taken before bed, you wake up different. Your knees feel smoother. Your back feels looser. You stand up from the chair with less effort. You feel ready for the day. That is the power of timing. Not just what you take, but when you take it. Morning is about energy. Night is about recovery. If you want true recovery, you must work with your body's natural rhythm, not against it. So when you think about your health routine, remember this: taking vitamins at night is not random. It is rooted in how your body actually works. It is about aligning with the rhythm of repair. And when you do that, you unlock a level of healing that feels almost automatic. This is why I say, do not just add vitamin D and vitamin C to your life. Add them at the right time. Make them part of your nightly ritual, the same way you brush your teeth or set out your clothes for the next day. Consistency and timing together create transformation. Practical wisdom and challenge: we have come a long way together. We started with a simple promise that 2 basic vitamins could help your body recover overnight. Not powders. Not expensive tricks. Just vitamin D and vitamin C, taken at the right time. Now let us bring this wisdom down to earth. How do you actually make this part of your daily life? First, let us talk about food. Vitamin D is found in salmon, in mackerel, in tuna. You can also get it from fortified milk, from eggs, and from cheese. And of course, you can get it from the sun. But as we know, most of us do not get enough sunshine, especially in the winter months. And food alone usually does not provide the amount our bodies truly need for repair. Vitamin C is more common in our diet. It is in oranges, strawberries, bell peppers, and broccoli. But again, the problem is not whether we get some vitamin C. The problem is whether we get enough, at the right time, to support real recovery. That is why supplementation makes sense. Not as a replacement for food, but as a steady, reliable way to be sure our body has what it needs. Now, here is the wisdom I have learned. It is not about taking a pill one time and expecting miracles. It is about making it a ritual, a habit, something you do every night without even thinking. I take my vitamins after dinner. I keep the bottles next to the sink, right where I brush my teeth. That way I never forget. It has become part of the rhythm of my evening. Eat. Take vitamins. Brush teeth. Read a little. Sleep. It is simple. It is sustainable. And it works. Consistency is the real key. One night does not change much. But 30 nights in a row, now you begin to notice. You wake up with less stiffness. Your energy feels steadier. You look forward to moving again. Not because you are forcing it, but because your body feels ready. Now, let us be practical. Always check with your doctor before starting new supplements. Especially if you take other medications. That is part of being wise with our health. But once you have the green light, commit to it. Make it part of your routine, like brushing your teeth or setting out your coffee mug for the morning. Let me give you a challenge. For the next 30 days, do not change your meals. Do not change your walks. Do not change your yoga class or your gardening routine. Just add vitamin D and vitamin C to your evening, before bed. Do it every night. Then notice the difference. Notice how your body feels when you wake up. Notice the change in your stiffness. Notice whether your energy feels brighter. And pay attention to your mood. Because recovery is not just physical. When your body repairs better, your mind feels lighter. Your confidence grows. You begin to look forward to each day. That is what I want for you. Not a miracle. Not a quick fix. But steady progress. The kind of progress that gives you the freedom to keep living the life you love. Think about it. Playing with your grandchildren without worrying about sore knees. Walking through the farmer's market on a Saturday morning without feeling tired halfway through. Waking up ready to enjoy a road trip, a round of golf, or a morning swim. That is what better recovery gives you. Freedom. Now, let me close with this. In the world of health and fitness, there is always noise. New powders. New pills. New machines. But sometimes the most powerful solutions are the simplest. 2 vitamins. Taken at the right time, every night. Consistently. That is wisdom. Not chasing every trend. Not spending money on things you do not need. Just giving your body the tools it has always known how to use. So tonight, as you get ready for bed, think about what we have shared. Think about vitamin D, the silent hormone, giving your muscles the blueprint to rebuild. Think about vitamin C, the repair worker, stitching your tissues and cooling inflammation. Think about your immune system, standing guard, strong and steady. And think about yourself, waking up tomorrow morning feeling just a little better. A little stronger. A little more alive. Then take the first step. Add vitamin D and vitamin C to your evening. Do it again tomorrow. And the next day. And soon, you will notice, your body rewards you for your consistency. With strength. With recovery. With freedom. This is not about being 20 again. It is about being the strongest, healthiest version of yourself at 60, at 70, at 80, and beyond. That is the gift of recovery. That is the wisdom of timing. And that is why these 2 vitamins are worth making part of your life.